Welcome back, subscribers, and welcome new viewers to May 2024 General Monthly Reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, North or South nodes of the Moon. And I want to thank each and every one of you who have subscribed, who like and share my videos, because that helps my whole channel to circulate to more and more individuals who are in need of this information, just like you. All right, so Scorpio, let's as quickly as I possibly can, go through the transits for May. And today is the 1st of May when I am taping. The new moon's going to be on the 8th, and it's going to be in Taurus, so that's your opposite sign. So that is a hard aspect to anything that you have in Scorpio. So that's a pretty big deal for you, Scorpio. And then depending on how close in degree your Scorpio planets are, or your nodes of the moon, or your Chiron, will depend upon how intense you will feel that, and also how sensitive you are. Okay, so, and there are many Taurus planets this month, so that is all, they will all oppose anything you have in Scorpio. Okay, so second up is Mercury, which will be going into Taurus on the 16th through the end of the month, through the 31st. And we have Venus right now in Taurus. And that goes through the 23rd of this month. And then, of course, we still have Jupiter in Taurus and Uranus in Taurus, and they are both close conjunction for as long as, it's going to be most of the month. And I was going to say for as long as, or until Jupiter goes into Gemini, which will be on the 26th. Yes, the 26th through the rest of the month. And so but we're going to have, Jupiter will begin at 24 degrees, and then on the 25th it will be 29 degrees, and then the 26th it will go into Gemini. Uranus is going to begin at 22 degrees in Taurus, and by the end of the month 24 degrees. And then we have the full moon on the 23rd, and it's going to be in Sagittarius, 2 degrees 55 minutes. We also have still Saturn's in Pisces, and it begins the month at 16 degrees, and by the end of the month, 18 degrees. Neptune also is still in Pisces. Beginning of the month, it's at 28 degrees, and by the end of the month, 29 degrees. We have Pluto, of course, still in Aquarius, but it is going to go retrograde tomorrow on the 2nd. And so by the end of the month, so today it begins at 2 degrees. By the end of the month, it will be 1 degree. Oh, I forgot too, of course, we are in Taurus season. So Sun is in Taurus, and it will be in Taurus through the 20th. Last but not least, we have transiting North Node and transiting Chiron, both conjunct in Aries still for the rest of the month. Okay. Yep, that's it. Okay, Scorpio, let's see what you need to know. What are your strongest energies? What energies or frequencies are assisting you this month in whatever is going on for you? Again, it's going to be a major month, especially with all of those added extra Taurus planets for you. Okay, emergence is the first one out. It's number 25. That breaks down into a 7. And the frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. So something is emerging for you this month, Scorpio. I just got, you could have Taurus in your chart as well. So major placement of Taurus. You don't have to. Okay, so let's see. Coherence is number 13. That breaks down into a 4. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. And what I'm getting with this coherence, well, I don't know if I showed you emergence. With coherence, I just got, when it said balancing the heart and with the mind, I got, yes, absolutely, that is going to be a big deal for you, especially with the transits that are going on and things that are going to come up unexpectedly, conversations, whatever it might be, because Mercury is all about communication and messages also. So, and they could come in rather unexpectedly there, because we still have Uranus and Taurus as well. And it could be also something you love, because Venus is also in Taurus. So again, it's going to be a full spectrum. And this also depends on what planets that you do have in Taurus and what else you have going on in your chart as well will depend upon how exactly you're going to be affected. And this is a general reading. Okay, fertility. That's 27. That breaks down into a 9. So I'm getting some of you have previously planted something, desired for something, and put it into action. The beginning of it, so it will grow, so it can grow, and you've been nurturing something. Okay, you've been nurturing something too. I just got, again, fertility. It has everything to be about fertility. And so maybe you're going to see possibly something come in the physical, emerge into the physical, having to do with what you've been desiring, the seeds that you have planted, and you have been watering them and nurturing them. Again, okay, so that's not necessarily for all of you. Some of you could be beginning and planting some seeds this month. Okay, so let's see what else. Okay, I'm being drawn to go straight to the tarot, so let's do that. I don't know, 13, I'm being drawn to the number 13 on coherence. And so that could be a special number for some of you, number 13, or maybe that could be a sign or synchronicity. If you see 13, 13, 13, or even the mirrored 13, 31, or the opposite 31, 13. And here's another 3, 133 as well. It could be a sign or synchronicity for you. So pay attention to, if you do see those signs, those numbers, then pay attention to what you were thinking about, how you were feeling, or maybe who you're talking to and what the discussion was about. Because I'm being brought back to stay and make sure that you stay in balance with your heart, your emotional self, and your mind, your thoughts, your thinking, your logical self. So make sure that that is in balance. Okay, I'm also getting with, let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out. Okay. Okay, so let me just see, is there anything else for Scorpio before I start talking? For Scorpio, they need to know. Okay, so again, 3s also are big, because here 3 cards and then there are 3 cards here. So another sign or synchronicity could be 333. Okay, so along with that, pay attention to, with the 333 as well, this is the 3 of Pentacles. And so you're going to be having discussions. You're going to be learning something, finding out new information. A new detail I'm getting for someone about a specific skill that they are in the process of learning. I don't know if you're taking a class or if you are looking on the internet because you're wanting to gain more facts and um, how to do something, or again, I'm not sure what that is, but it has to do possibly with, I'm getting your work or a certain skill that you are learning about and you're desiring to master. And I just got to that this could be fearful. Maybe there's a little fear involved, and so your emotions and your thoughts are out of balance. So um, and I'm getting to that the fear is is not real. It's over imagination, and maybe again it could be a trigger from something that happened to you in the past, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the same thing. If you are able to consciously realize that that is where the fear is coming from, it's being triggered from a past experience that has triggered, is some way the same, or reminded your yourself of a memory and something, an experience that happened in the past. So if you can consciously this is, and I don't know if this is for someone specific, but this probably is a good for all of you, or any of you that um, want to, that this sounds right for. This is just good information, because you're going to be getting, it looks like, triggered, or and have been probably, because Jupiter and Taurus have been in, or Jupiter and Uranus have been in Taurus for several months. So um, this isn't just for this month, but again, for some of you, it is for this month. Okay, so back to what I was saying about, if you can consciously, or when you are able to consciously, it's okay if it's not this month. It's okay if you've already done this. Maybe that was something you've already done, or maybe this is something for the future. Whatever it is, because you're all on different parts of your journey, it's perfectly all right. But I'm being called to say that if and when you can, if that is something where that fear is coming from a past experience, it's coming back because, for one, it's enabling you to take care of something, to do it differently, so that you don't have that same experience this time, because you don't have to have that same experience. Whether you see what that is, or however you choose best to deal with that, you can make a difference and choose something different this time. So that is what I'm seeing, because you have different facts now too. And also, if you're able to recognize, of course, that that's where the fear originated. It wasn't from this present experience. And a lot of times that is how it happens for all of us. Is it something from the past? And is it have to do with your Chiron? Does it have to do with your South Node when you're looking at your natal wheel? Because those are big deals. And usually, not always, but usually our South Nodes and our Chirons are tied together somehow. And so they kind of happen and get triggered together. Anyway, so again, not all the time, but if that feels right for you to check that out, then I would definitely do so. Okay, next is the Page of Cups. Again, this is about, I'm looking at the fish, and the fish is talking to this man. So there's a conversation. There is a message, whether you're getting a message intuitively, because Pisces also has to do with the subconscious. Maybe you're bringing something out from your subconscious into your conscious, and that would go back to what I was talking about here. So maybe you're actually, because being an astrologer for 29 plus years now, if you don't already know, the South Node is put in our subconscious at birth. And so until you start reading about what your specific South Node is, and maybe this is what you're doing, or maybe if you have your South Node with you and you've read it in the past, but you haven't read it in a while, maybe this is giving you a suggestion to read it again this month, or read it now, reread it, because there's something in there for you to take note of for this month, to prepare yourself for. Chiron as well. Chiron as well. So again, this could be a conversation, a message coming from someone in the physical, or this could have to do with your intuition. This could have to do with your subconscious. Something is, you are bringing something out of your subconscious. Okay, that's what I was going to say. And that's what I was talking about here, is bringing something, an emotion, a trigger from a current experience. A current experience is triggering a past emotional experience that happened to you. And it's a lot of times going to be, of course, a negative, an unpleasant experience, because those are the ones that get stuck. And that's why it comes back around, and in the form of something else in the present triggering something from the past, a feeling, an experience that you had from the past. And I'm getting to, maybe some of you have Scorpio, your Scorpio planets, or at least some of them in the 12th house. Or you could have your Scorpio planets in the 6th house, and the transiting Taurus planets are in your 12th house. So igniting your subconscious, trying to tell you something, get you to be able to get that out, so that you can free yourself from that blockage, because it's a blockage. Those experiences are a blockage. Okay, and maybe the blockage has been, and you've had in the past, lack of abundance. You felt lack of abundance. You have felt left out in the cold, too, some of you. And this could have to do with another person. It doesn't have to. Just a lack, too, a lack of security as well. Emotional security, physical security. Now, Pentacles is physical security, which could be money, lack of resources, lack of ability. So lack of knowledge too, which would coincide with this. And so would be a reason why you, if this rings true for you, that you are searching for new information so that you can gain mastery over something that you are wishing to in your specific specialty or field. Because you don't want this to happen anymore. Okay, I just got to that somebody missed out on something, an opportunity. It could have definitely been a business opportunity, because you were lacking something. And so it's like, what I'm getting a picture of is someone else was more qualified. And you could own your own business. And so you gave a bid, you gave a quote, but somebody else won the bid. And it was because of lack of something, lack of knowledge on your part or something. And the other person or company didn't have that. They were strong in that. So now I'm seeing that you are not wanting that to happen again, and that makes total sense. So you are, I just got to, some of you are learning to listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. When to go forward with something, when to take action and when not to. When to say something and when not to. Because you've been, and this is a lesson for you to learn, of course, when to say something, when not to, whatever that is, because when you did say something, you became the odd man out, the odd woman out. You got a cold shoulder. People turned their backs on you. Something negative happened. And so, which has been teaching you, and I feel like this is, for at least some of you, this is not something new. So you're going to recognize, and that's something you've been working on. And so maybe your new self is emerging, and you're seeing how all of those experiences that you've listened to and you've been working on, you're emerging into a new person. You are transforming yourself, at least in that area or one area. And you're going to see physical proof of that this month. Because I'm also getting with coherence that something is sticking. So that's the exact words I got. Something's sticking, meaning whether you're understanding something and you're consciously aware of it now, or something is sticking. Something's sticking where it wasn't before. And I'm just being drawn back to something in your memory, something with having to do with your memory and your knowledge and what you know. Oh, and you've been, okay, back to the harmonizing the heart, the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind. So maybe something again, that has to do with feelings and the way, how you thought about something, what you thought about something. Maybe you thought something was the truth and it wasn't the truth. And so you had to go back, and for some of you, this could be happening this month. You're getting new information, and facts change feelings. So new information is going to change the way you feel about that, the way you have felt in the past, once you get this new information. And it will stick. It will stay with you. It's a permanent thing, which is a good thing. Okay. Right. So let me see. Okay, let's get the trees for Scorpio. Yeah, and even you've been experiencing, I was drawn back to the Page of Cups with the wavy, choppy water in the background, that you could definitely be experiencing, or have been and continue to be experiencing this month, turbulence in your environment, energetic disturbances, which would make sense again with the opposition of all of the Taurus with whatever you have in Scorpio. And it will also depend the amount of turbulence and the intensity of the turbulence, and how it personally will affect you is going to be different for all of you, because that's going to depend upon your natal wheel and how many planets you have in Scorpio, what other things are going on that are connected to your Scorpio planet or planets, and the degree too. Now I thought, oh yeah, here's another one. Okay. Banyan. You've been blocked from something. Literally blocked from something. I'm seeing a path here, and then you can't go beyond. Okay, so what I'm getting with that is back to what I've been saying, is because blockages they start in the emotional body, and then the very last place they go to where we can see it is the physical, into our physical body, where we can um, then get illness, injuries, all kinds of things like that showing in the physical body. But again, it goes back to the emotional. What blockages, um, what's still inside emotionally that you haven't had a chance or been able to take care of. And you might not even know they're there. Again, some subconscious stuff. It looks like subconscious stuff is coming up this month for you. And this could just be a continuation of subconscious stuff that you're dealing with. Okay, so let me see what else this card is. Oak. Okay, oak, to me, this blockage is here again to make you stronger, because once you deal with that, you free yourself, and then you have become stronger, you have become wiser. And here's a crown here. This is your crown to behold by going through and working through all of this dark, look at that, dark, shadowy, subconscious, thick, deep, intense, emotional blockages. Okay, and I'm getting for someone that this could have been in your body so long that it has created in the physical blockages of your veins or arteries, or a major vein or artery. And so that would be the problem in the physical. Okay. Okay, let's see what banyan means with this, the blockage. Let's just see what it actually says. This is from the Wisdom of Trees Oracle. That's the deck. That's what it's called, for anyone that's interested. Okay, I will do this really quick. No, wait a second. No, we're still good. A little bit. Okay. So, banyan. And if you don't know your natal wheel, if you've never heard about this before, you've never heard of the South Node or Chiron, and you want more information, you want to learn more, you can go to my website. I have more information about the South Node on there. I don't know that I have Chiron on there yet, but that is a good place to start. And then also you can see and send me a message if you like. I give out free of charge natal wheels along with your nodes of the moon. So you just need to know your time of birth, your date of birth, time, exact time of birth, month, day, and year of birth, city and state, or city and country of birth as well. And it's okay now if you don't have your exact time, let me know. So then I will know that because that's going to, that can definitely affect the accuracy of the natal wheel. And if I know that, then I can put that into consideration as well, and make sure I tell you things that I might not if it were exact. So again, okay, I'm sorry. My website is thecreativewoman.org. Okay. I also do private readings too, and you can look on there in my services, or also under. You can look under about as well if you want to know more about me and how I came to be doing this and astrology as well, if you're interested. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so I'm looking at Banyan. Let's look here. That's not. No. Banyan. Anchoring. Okay, it's number 32. Okay. Okay. Someone needs your emotional, moral, or physical support, even though they may not admit it. Gently let them know that you are ready to help them if they wish, but don't encourage them to become dependent on you. Okay. Okay, and then what it can teach you, the message of Banyan, I can teach you how to anchor yourself within the world to increase your sense of being grounded. I have given shelter to people for thousands of years so that man, plants, and other living creatures can all survive together. Okay, there you go with that. Okay. Well, Scorpio, that is all I have for you this month. I hope this has helped you. And I thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you for May. Okay, until next time.